Arthur Morgan's interactions with Reverend Swanson in Red Dead Redemption 2 provide one of the more subtle yet thematically rich explorations of morality, addiction, and personal struggle within the Linde gang. Swanson, a former preacher turned alcoholic, is a flawed, tragic character who represents both the potential for redemption and the consequences of personal failure. His relationship with Arthur is multifaceted. At times, Arthur serves as a guide and moral anchor, while Swanson provides insight into the consequences of despair, addiction, and disillusionment. From early camp interactions, it's clear that Swanson struggles to fulfill his role as a spiritual figure within the gang. He is often found drunk, morally ambivalent, and retreating from responsibility. Despite this, Arthur recognizes Swanson's intelligence, insight, and underlying humanity. These qualities make their interactions meaningful because they highlight Arthur's capacity for empathy, even towards gang members who struggle with their demons. Players often see Arthur attempting to gently correct or guide Swanson, encouraging him to participate in gang life responsibly and even helping him in side activities like bounty hunting or assisting townsfolk in smaller missions. One of the most important aspects of Arthur and Swanson's dynamic is the theme of addiction and its impact on personal and group dynamics. Swanson's alcoholism impairs his judgment and contributes to tension within the gang, yet Arthur rarely condemns him outright. Instead, Arthur exhibits a kind of patient pragmatism. He understands that every gang member has flaws and that maintaining cohesion often requires empathy and measured intervention. In this way, Swanson acts as a mirror to Arthur's own struggles with morality and self-doubt. Both characters wrestle with guilt, loyalty, and the consequences of their actions, though in different ways. Swanson externalizes his struggles through alcohol and erratic behavior, while Arthur internalizes them, often reflecting on his own life choices and the fate of the gang. Narratively, Swanson provides both comic relief and moral reflection. His drunken rants, inconsistent preaching, and occasional bursts of insight offer levity, but they also underscore the precariousness of life in the gang. During certain side missions, Arthur's interactions with Swanson reveal his capacity to support others without judgment. For example, when Swanson is involved in tasks that test his sobriety or courage, Arthur steps in to guide or protect him, demonstrating leadership and patience. These moments contribute to world building and character depth, showing that Rockstar pays attention to the interpersonal dynamics that define the gang beyond the primary plot. The interplay between Arthur and Swanson also emphasizes the theme of redemption. Swanson, despite his flaws, occasionally displays wisdom and compassion, hinting at the man he once was as a preacher. Arthur's role in these moments is subtle but crucial. He helps Swanson navigate moral choices, whether by gently encouraging better decisions, covering for him during mistakes, or participating in activities that give Swanson purpose. These interactions suggest that redemption in Red Dead Redemption 2 is not a singular heroic act but a series of small, humanistic choices that impact oneself and others. Moreover, Swanson's presence in the gang highlights Rockstar's nuanced approach to character diversity. He is not a traditional action-oriented member like Bill or Charles. Instead, he represents the intellectual, spiritual, and emotional struggles present even among outlaws. Arthur's interactions with Swanson reflect a key element of RDR2's narrative philosophy. Every character, no matter how flawed, is given depth, history, and the capacity to influence the protagonist. Their dialogue touches on philosophy, morality, and human frailty, allowing players to witness Arthur's reflective side and his ability to empathize in a world dominated by violence and survival. The emotional resonance of Arthur and Swanson's relationship becomes even more apparent during the latter stages of the story. As Arthur confronts his own mortality and moral reckoning, his reflections on the gang's failures and successes often include thoughts about characters like Swanson. The preacher's struggles are emblematic of the human cost of the outlaw life: addiction, missed opportunities, and the fragility of morality under pressure. Arthur's quiet efforts to guide, protect, and sometimes correct Swanson demonstrate the moral leadership and compassion that define his character, even amidst the gang's chaotic and often morally ambiguous world. Ultimately, the interactions between Arthur Morgan and Reverend Swanson enrich Red Dead Redemption 2 by offering a layered exploration of humanity, fallibility, and the potential for redemption. Swanson's flaws and occasional insights challenge Arthur and the player to consider the balance between empathy and pragmatism, morality and survival. Through these nuanced interactions, Rockstar creates a world where every character has depth